Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in business. Hello, and welcome to podcast. This is episode number 8. I'm just so excited to see all your comments and all your reviews in the website, everywhere. And this is so good. Like, this podcast is something that is teaching me a lot on how to really go deep into my knowledge and go deep into the things that I've learned in the past years of business and all the mistakes that I've made. And I don't have to lie here, all the mistakes that I keep making. And the thing is, there's a lot of perception around people that are successful and a lot of expectation that when people become successful, they should be a certain way and they should behave a certain way and they should have some certainty and confidence about lots of things. The truth is, I don't think you will ever get to that. So let me explain this. Today, what I want to talk about is the 5 mistakes that most of the people that come to me at my workshops are making in the business. And I see it every single workshop. As I told you before, I've done now in total over 150 half-day workshops and in front of over 3,000 people. And from there, I see the common mistakes of people that assume that business supposed to be in a certain way. The people that have successful are in a certain way. But the thing is, it's never the case, because when you get to the certain level, then you are uncertain on the level after. So I know that you guys are like, okay, this podcast is starting to get depressive because Francesca, you tell us the truth and we don't want to hear the truth. We just want to think and pretend that when we get to what we want to get, we're going to be the happiest we ever been and everything's going to be fine and I'm going to be super happy. Yes, you can, you will, but the thing is, it's not the success is going to make you happy. And I have honestly never understood that, because I was like, yeah, only successful people say that. Only people that have money say money doesn't make you happy. But it's true. It's so true, because when you get to having money, then the problem that you're facing are greater. The stress and the risks that you have to take are way greater than the risk that I used to take when I had a $50,000 business a year, right? And it doesn't get any better. The only thing that gets better is your resilience and your strength into being okay, being uncomfortable. And at times it's also exhausting at this level. And at the time you want to hold on so hard on the things that you have done, but that is not going to make you grow. That's not going to help you to get to the next level of the business. So at every level, there is that pain or having to let go of what you've done and what you've created and what you know, to go into the unknown and start to create something new so that you can scale the business, so you can go to the next level. Because the person that got me here, which is me, it's not going to get me to the $5 million business that I'm wanting to go to. So I've got a plan in the next 2 years to get to a $5 million business. And I know it's going to happen overnight, and I'm giving myself 2 to 3 years to get there. And I'm very okay with the time that it's going to take. But I also know that who I am now is not going to take me there. I need to change. I need to grow. I need to keep evolving, and I need to stretch my boundaries, and I need to stretch my fears, and I need to face my fears. And that's what a lot of people are not willing to do. They come to my workshop trying to check out what this Francesca Moi does, and they come to check out if they can learn something for free without having to spend any more money. And they're trying to see if I'm real, if it's true that I'm this successful, and they're trying to judge me from stage, which is normal, and I'm okay with it. The reason why I share this with you is because what they don't see and what they don't want to see, because I actually say on stage, is the obstacle that I went through in the last years to be able to get to the $1.5 million business. Now, it's funny because I was listening to a podcast the other day of this woman that is making a lot of more money, and his business is more successful than mine, way more successful than mine. And I remember when I was on less than 100K, I was wondering how to make $500 a week, right? I was like looking at people that were making 1,000 and thinking, wow, they are making $1,000 a week. How do you do that? And now that I've reached the $1 million business, I don't feel any different. What? Yes, because I now want to reach the $5 million business. So now I look at people that are making, like way more than me a month, right? Because $1 million business, a $1.5 million business is about $100,000 a month, right? And which is huge. I'm very happy with it. But if I want to make an impact and change more people's lives, I need to now take the next level, which is now I need to start to make $416,000 a month to be able to reach the 5 million. And that is an interesting number. And that is something that I go, how do you do that? And it's fascinating because I used to say the exact same thing when I was hanging out with people. When I was at $5,000 a month, I was hanging out with people that were making 100, and I was wondering, how do you do that? Is there even something? Do really people make 100 grand a month legit, like without stealing, without screwing people over? Like, how do you do that? Like, really? And I remember wondering that. And now that I've got here, I go, how do you make 416,000 a month? Like, legit. How do you do that? And it's fascinating because the only difference between when I didn't make the 80,000 a month yet, 83,000, which is $1 million business, I didn't think it was possible. Now, the only difference between that Francesca and this Francesca, when I look at the people that are making 5 million, I go, right, hold on a second. That is possible. If I make it so far, I can now make it to the next level. So what I need you guys to look at is to look at who you want to be and how you want to be. And who you want to be and what that person, when you get to the 5 million or when you get to the $100,000 a month, a year, or whatever number you want, who do you have to become? What obstacles you're going to have to go through and go through it. So the biggest mistake that people make when they come to see me at the events, that they don't want to have any obstacles. They want to have a smooth ride in the business. And they think they're in victim, and they go, I don't want to go through obstacles, and because this sounds too difficult, I'm gonna keep changing what my passion is. So I'm gonna follow what makes me money, which takes me to the next one, which was they do it for the money, they don't do it for the passion. I am so passionate about what I do, and I talked about in previous podcasts about how you become passionate about something, and it's just fascinating to me on how people give up so easily at the first obstacle when, oh dear Lord, I went through so many obstacles and I keep going through them and it doesn't get better. Sorry guys, I know that this is meant to be an inspirational podcast and it is really like the business behind the scene, and I want to really share the truth of what happened behind the scene. But this, I want you guys to see it in a positive way. Like, the reason why I say it doesn't get any better, it's exciting. It's exciting me because at one point in the business, I stopped taking risks and I was so bored. We are type of people, business owners, we are type of people that we love taking risks. We love taking things to a new level. We love showing up and finding problem solving. We love finding obstacles and overcome them. That's what make us feel alive. And so if it's not for us, it's for our clients. So we need to make sure that we keep finding obstacles because that means that we're growing. If you don't have any obstacles in your business right now, that means you're not growing. That means you're not really digging deep. That means that you're not willing to do things to take you to the next level. That means that your goal that you want to reach this year is way too small because you're not having any obstacles. I remember me saying, I know exactly how to make $1 million. It's easy. It's so easy. I know exactly how to make $1 million. I know I've got the recipe. I know how to do it. I know how to replicate it. I know now how to make 1.5 because I also scaled it. But I don't know right now how to make 5 million. I don't know that. So I know how to make it bigger. I have a plan on how to make a $3 million business this year, but I don't know. I don't know the steps, right? So with the difference between believing and knowing, right? When you believe something, so I believe that I'm gonna make 3 million this year, and the reason why is because I've been working on my tools and I've been working on scale it, and I know, which means I have done it. I know and I understand how to make 1.5, so I now assume and believe that I can tweak it by getting to 3 million. But the thing is, I have to believe it. So do you hear what I said? I have to believe it. Only if I believe it, I'm going to go through the obstacles. Only if I truly believe that that's going to be happening, I'm going to be able to take the chances and take the risks. If I don't believe it, then I'm not going to take risk and I'm going to fail out every obstacle. I'm going to stop. I'm going to give up. I'm going to, say this is too hard. And that is the difference between someone that makes it happen and have a goal and they achieve it, and someone that keep putting goals and letting themselves down because they don't believe it. The second bigger mistake that people do is that they want gratification now. Oh, I've been working so hard and haven't got anywhere, so I'm just going to give up. Oh, I've been on 5 posts on Facebook and 6 lives and just nothing, no clients, so I'm going to give up on Facebook. And they just want that gratification now without willing to just do things now for your future self, for who you are going to become. And that is something that I've always worked out in business. It's fascinating because my excuse used to be, oh, I'm a lazy person in my personal life, but I'm very, very structured and very loyal in my business. Like, I will never take my word back in my business for myself even, right? Because a lot of people have that. They take the words for other people, but for themselves, they don't honor their own words. So if you say, oh, I'm going to do this by that day, if nobody's keeping you accountable, you won't do it, which is, for me, is what I was doing wrong in my life. Like, I was really good in business, but I was allowing excuses in my personal life, and that is something that now for me is not acceptable anymore. I'm not allowing myself to make excuses in my personal life or in business or with anybody or with myself. And so that is giving me so much more confidence that when I say something, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm not gonna muck around. If I find it fascinating, people will like join programs and my program or other people's program and expect results straight away. And if within 2 weeks they haven't got any results, they go, I don't think your program is right for me. We go, what are you talking about? What do you mean you don't know the program is right for you? Like, you haven't even given the chance. You haven't even put the time. You haven't even put the effort. The program is not going to be right for you if you're not willing to take the steps, if you're not committed to your business, if you're not willing to go through the obstacles and wait for having the gratification later and not expect everything now. Fascinating how we do that. A lot of clients, the third mistake that people make is that they don't focus on the bigger picture and they're just looking of today. Oh, I just can't be bothered doing Facebook posts today. I'm just gonna leave it. Nothing's gonna happen if I don't do a Facebook post today. But the thing is, if you don't do it today, that means you're not gonna do it tomorrow, and that means you're gonna skip it for another time. Oh, nothing's gonna happen if I skip it again. And that is awful. That is awful because you're now letting yourself down. So that means that you're not going to be following through. You're not going to be following through on your own word. So that means that you're not going to achieve your goals, which means you're going to start to not believe in yourself and in your business, which means it's going to take you back to giving up at the next obstacle. So my first steps that I got today for you are attached to each other. So one person that it gives up on the first obstacle means that they want gratification now. That means that they're not looking at the bigger picture. That means that they do it for the money, not for the passion. And they don't follow what the passion is. They just do it for the money. They go, oh, I've tried this and I'm not making any money from that, so I'm going to change. And that is not going to bring you success long term. It might bring you some success, some money straight away, but it's not going to bring you success long term. And that's when people come to me and say, oh, Francesca, I've been doing this and it's working. And I said, yeah, it's working until now, but you now said that you want to take the things to the next level. So you need to forget everything you learned so far to be able to go to the next level of your business. Are you willing to do that? Some of us are not willing to let go of what we've created so far because we're so afraid of going backwards. And I've gone backwards many times, but every time I've gone backwards, I've gone forward 10 times ahead. Every time I took a step that felt I was going backwards, I went so much faster after. Was it scary? Yes. Was I afraid? Yes. But I knew that if I stick to it, if I stick to my word, if I did what I said I was going to do, I knew it was going to happen. How? I just believed. And some of us, some of you guys, when you don't believe, and it happens to me as well, when we don't believe, we start to doubt everything. And when you let doubt in, it just spreads. It spreads everywhere. It spreads in your voice, in your message, in your post, in your clarity. And that's when your clients start to go, oh, I'm not sure about you anymore. I wanna go to someone else. Because they feel that doubt in you and they feel that you don't have certainty anymore, and then they get scared. But the thing is, you can have uncertainty and still be confident. You can have uncertainty and be confident in the same time. That's when the magic happens. When you have uncertainty, but you do it anyway. When you have uncertainty and you just feel confident about your belief about what you're going to achieve, that's when magic happens. The next one is they completely forget about the passion. They just got stuck in so much about the money, so much about what works, what doesn't work, so much into the doing that they're now not having fun anymore. If you don't have fun in business, it's not going to work. If you don't have fun in business, people will feel it. Your energy won't be infectious. One of the things a lot of people tell me is, I don't know, FM, I just want to be around you. So if whatever you do, I'm going to be there because I'm going to come and crew for you. I'm going to come and help you at the workshops, at the events, at your business, whatever you need me to do, I'll be around because I want your energy. And at the beginning, I didn't get it. I was like, what does that mean? Like, I've got the same energy as anyone else. And I do. I've got the potential that all of you have. I use my energy in a way that I make myself have fun. I make myself be excited about business. When I talk to any client about the business, I'm passionate about it. I just see what it's possible in the business and I get so excited. And they go, wow, you're more excited about my business than me. I'm like, yes, but that's what you need to do. The first thing you want to learn from me is definitely that. How can you get excited about your business? How can you get so excited? So think about when, I don't know if you guys had a puppy dog, but when you first get a puppy dog, everything they do is super exciting. Like you see them walking and you go, oh my God, they're so cute. Everything they do is just beautiful. If you have to teach them how to go and, potty training, you love it because you go, I need to teach them how to do that. And you're consistent, you're persistent, and you love, even when they make a mistake, even when they do what they shouldn't be doing, you just still love them. You still love to figure out how to teach them how to, do the potty outside. That is priceless. You're not going to be able to do that in your business if you don't get excited about it. When you first get a puppy, everything they do is exciting. When you first start a business, everything the business is about is exciting. Until you start to hit an obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, and then you start to lose your passion. But the passion is not something that happened to you. It's something that you decide to create. You choose every day to be passionate about your business. I remember people telling me, Francesca, you're going to burn out. You're working so hard. When are you stopping? And obviously all of those things came from people that didn't have a successful business. And people that do have a successful business, they understand that when you're passionate about something, it's not working. It doesn't feel like work. Like right now, I'm having a chat with you guys. It's public holiday today. I'm recording these podcasts on a public holiday. I could have stayed at home and decided to go by the pool and do whatever I want. But I said no. I have in my calendar that every Monday at 10 o'clock, I record a podcast so that my team has enough podcast material to produce every day and to edit every week so that we can transcribe it, put in the calendar, put in the website, and we've got a procedure to follow. If I don't follow my own procedure, what example am I going to be for my team? So right now it's public holiday and is 10:30, and I've been recording this podcast for the last 20 minutes. And so now what's going to happen is that I'm going to finish what is in the calendar for the day, and at 2 o'clock I have set in the calendar that I'm going to go home and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the public holiday. So I'm not going to work at all, but I'm not also going to indulge myself into not following what I said I was going to do. Now, there's also a way around it. If I had something planned for this weekend and I wanted to take my public holiday off, I would have scheduled these podcasts and the recordings and everything that I have to set to do today for another day in the week. It's also possible to do that. But the thing is, I am so passionate about this that I had so much to share with you guys that I was like, I don't want to wait another day. I just want to go to the office, record this podcast so that the team tomorrow, when they come to the office, they're ready to transcribe it, they're ready to edit it, and it can be scheduled in to go out next Friday and everything is smooth. So I just am excited about my own procedures. I'm excited to follow the procedures. They're not a chore. They are something that I love doing. And there is also things that I don't love doing. There are things that I don't want to deal with, and the things that I have made a mistake in the past of pushing to other people, going, I don't want to deal with this part, can you do it? The truth is, as business owners, we need to be aware and across every area of the business, not as a control freaks, but as monitoring. You need to know how everything is going, because if not, one day it's going to kick you in the butt like it happened to me. So if you are or have made any of these mistakes that I just mentioned, then I would love you to leave me a comment in my website. If you go to empoweringevents.com.au/8, the actual number 8, you will find my podcast in there, and that will give you a place for you to put a comment. I would love to know which one of these mistakes you most often do in your business. So do you give up your first obstacle or any obstacles too easily? Do you want gratification now, and if you don't have gratification straight away, you just go forget it? Do you forget to focus on the bigger picture and you just keep looking for things to do now that are not taking you closer to where you want to actually be? And do you forget about your passion and now do everything for money? And if you do, it's okay. We all have been there. But awareness is power. When you're now aware that this is what your pattern is, every time that everything is going well, the other thing that I didn't put in here is the self-sabotage. Every time that things are going well, you just on purpose sabotage it so that you can go back into doing all these things that you are giving you a buzz. And I have done that so many times. And the reason why I'm able to share with you the problems and the mistakes that my clients make is because I've made them first. I've made those mistakes. When I see a client going through their pattern, I go, hold on a second, you're giving up way too early. You have done 3 lives and you want to give up? Like, stop it. Shut up. Just go back and do it. Go back and do some more, like alive for 30 days. And then you come and tell me they're not working. You can't do something for such a short amount of time and expect instant gratification. It's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen that people are not going to love what you do straight away. Like when I was writing the book, I wrote 3 books. While I was writing, nobody was telling me there was a great book. I just kept writing. And I kept believing there was going to be a book that could change people's lives. And I kept writing, even if I had no idea it was ever going to work. I had no idea. But I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I didn't think about, if I'm not getting any gratification right now, I'm just going to stop, because what's the point? No, the point is not for you to get a like. The point is not for you to get a comment. The point is for you to change someone's lives, even if they don't comment on your stuff. And that is something that is huge for me on social media. Obviously, I teach social media to people, and I teach on how consistency will give you everything you need. But we forget about that. We go on social media and we then go in ego and go, okay, I'm doing the social media so I can get likes. No, the social media is not so that you can get likes. The social media is so you can change someone's life. You can make the day, you can add the value, you can inspire them to be a better version of themselves. You can do anything of the sort. And because of that, then people will like it. But you don't do it for the like. You do it for the inspiration. You do it for making a difference. You do it because, literally, I do it because I know, even if nobody tells me, I know that my post every day, every post that I put out there is doing a favor to someone. And it's actually healing for me too. I love posting every day because it's sort of like a journal. And when I look back at the memories, I go, wow, look how I was 5 years ago. Oh, look what I am now. Oh, look what happened a year ago. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's already a year. My Facebook is actually becoming a journal for me so that I can see where I was at the time. I can see the mistakes that I made, and I can also see how irrelevant those mistakes were and how important those mistakes were. So let me explain this. Irrelevant because when those mistakes were happening, I thought it was the end of everything. I thought it was a disaster, and I was going to remember that disaster for the rest of my life, and it was going to be painful for the rest of my life. That's when I was going through it. And then a year later, I look at that knowing that it was irrelevant. It didn't matter. It didn't change things in a negative way. Actually, that mistake was so important because it changed it in a positive way. Everything that happened after that, it was a blessing. Well, that itself was a blessing. So seeing mistakes as the best thing that could have happened to you, to me, to anybody, is the best. So when I point out some of the mistakes that you might be making in your business, then don't be tough on yourself. Just write it down, put a list of things that you've noticed you're doing, and then ask yourself, okay, I'm now, going to make this much money in my business. How would that person behave? So imagine that you already reached the goal, the number. How would that person react to this mistake or this problem right now, or this obstacle? It wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I get that at times. I at times go into that ego of going, oh, hold on a second. Is this going to affect my business forever? And then I go, no, stop it. It's not. It's not going to affect it forever. It's only going to make me better. It's going to grow it. It's going to impact it. It's not going to matter in 5 years. So stop giving so much energy right now. Find a solution and move on. Don't put all that emotion into it because it's not needed. And that, it's so powerful. It doesn't mean that I don't feel pain. It doesn't mean that I don't stay in pain for a little bit, but that means that I'm able to get out of it a lot faster, a lot easier. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. I love talking about this stuff, and I love talking about how mindset can help your business take it to the next level. So all this business behind the scene podcast is is done because I want to show you guys the truth behind the problems that are happening in the business and how I overcome it. The only way that you overcome a problem is with mindset. So if you haven't started working on your mindset, then please do so. The other day I was shocked. I was in this room and I asked in a workshop and I asked, okay, you guys, how many of you follow someone and like listen and learn something every day from someone? And only like 10% of the room put their hand up. I was shocked. I was like, what are you talking about? You guys are not fueling your mind with knowledge that is going to be able to grow your business and take it to the next level. You're not learning something new every day. You're not putting yourself through a learning process. Why? What is wrong with you? And I say that with the most love. Like, and I know there's some people who are now, I can hear you, and I don't have time for it. Like, as if I've got time to learn something every day. Yes, you do. There is podcasts out there that you can, like, you know, you can pause this podcast and come back and finish it later. You can read a book for like a page a day. You can go on YouTube and watch something in there. There is so much that you can do. Just don't make that an excuse and find the time, find a way for you to learn and consume new content every day for at least 10 to 15 minutes. That is the solely reason why people make these 5 mistakes, is because they don't keep learning. They don't keep fueling their brain with new stuff. And that's when you get stuck in your own vortex of negativity and you can't get out of it because you're not learning anything new. You're not absorbing new content that's going to be able to help you to get yourself to the next level of your business. So if you're not working on your mindset, please keep listening to this podcast, because at least I'm going to give you some insights about how I handle my mindset and my business. But please don't stick to just this. Do anything. Like, there is workshops, there is things that are not even that expensive that you can start to invest in and really start to learn and absorb. I've got a mastermind. If you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. It's only $97 a month and you get to spend every week with me, and it's priceless for that price. We actually have got a goal to become the most value for money mastermind in the entire Australia for 2020. So if you want to check it out, go into my website and you'll be able to see EAM Mastermind, Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset Mastermind. All right, you guys, thank you for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have a fabulous week. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, then you have to come check out the Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset Mastermind. It's my monthly mastermind where you get to spend time with me, where we take all this material, we apply it, we study it, and so we can take your business to a whole new level. So just go to the Francesca Moi, the Meetup Queen Facebook business page, and then just send me a message and you'll be able to choose the option EAM Mastermind. I would love to have you join me there, and I'll see you next week.